Good morning. This is Micah Mitchell with Madison County Weather Updates. It's about 7:20 in the morning as I'm beginning this video. Who knows what time it'll be when Facebook and YouTube decide to upload them. They both have been extremely slow lately, which is frustrating, even with just still picture posts like radar images. They've been very slow, whether on PC or on my phone. So I'm not sure what's going on there. But at any rate, I just want to do a quick video this morning and take a look at what we've got upcoming for today and a little bit looking down the road. First, I want to take a look at the. I chose a 6Z HRRR. It's doing pretty good, although even it's underdone with what's currently on radar at a little after 7. But it gives us a good idea of what to expect today. And we are in a marginal risk for severe today. I think most of the severe threat will be to our south, but until the front passes, an isolated severe storm with damaging winds it can't be ruled out. Heavy rain is also still possible. Here in far north Anderson, we picked up 1.5 inches of rain yesterday evening and overnight. Another inch or 1.5 inches can't be ruled out today. Again, it'll just be under certain cells. It's just a matter of whether we get under a heavy cell. They'll be slow moving. That'll be part of what will contribute itself toward picking up some heavier rain totals. Again, most of that, the worst of the heavy rain today should be to our south, but we're going to be right on that fringe where it can't be ruled out. So let's take a look starting here at 7 a.m. Again, this is actually underdone still. What's coming through eastern Illinois right there is actually far more vigorous than what this is showing. But all we're doing is really just kind of give you an idea of visualization of what we could be looking at. Going through again, this is underdone, but you can just see as we're getting into late morning, some patchy rain around. Some of it may be actually heavy. Getting into the afternoon, around 3 p.m., you can see it's more widespread with rainfall, with just the clusters of heavy rain, and that's kind of what I want to emphasize is how patchy the heavy rain can be. Rainfall itself, we're all going to get rain today. It's just a matter of, and it'll be on and off. It's not just going to, probably not going to rain nonstop. It'll be like it has been the last couple of weeks, really, where you get some rain and then it's dry, and then you get rain, then it's dry. Getting on into the evening, is around 7 p.m. Again, this is probably underdone. There's probably going to be a lot better coverage than this. You can see the kind of the back edge of it starting to work its way in. But all through the evening, there's just going to be chances of pop-up storms. Some of them could be, again, severe. The rainfall could be localized, heavy rainfall. And then we push on into the overnight hours. It's around 5 a.m. Tomorrow. It's getting the bulk of the rain out of here, but not all of the rain. Again, as we get into the tomorrow afternoon, you can see these little pop-ups. They'll be very isolated tomorrow. I think very isolated on Sunday, and then we'll get into a period where it's this HRRR runs through 1 a.m. Sunday morning, and just see kind of the pop-up nature. And by this point, this actually may be overdone. Starting off underdone, probably finishing overdone. The point being that through the day tomorrow, very isolated showers. Just can't rule out you ended up under one, but it shouldn't be anything like what's today. Same way Sunday, most of the activity should be south, but we just can't rule out a pop-up. Then we get into next week and we should be pretty dry, although, as I've been saying, even though the forecast is showing partly cloudy every day, I think we need to watch the middle of the week for a possible disturbance. Here's why. We're going to go to the HRRR, or not the HRRR, the GEFS, which is a ensemble GFS. I cannot speak this morning. We're taking a look. Right now we've got this. Kind of the trough digging in from our west. This is the 500 millibars. This is the upper levels, about 15 to 20,000 feet up. And You can see kind of it's been pretty consistent in what it's doing, and satellite kind of bears out the way it's playing itself out. Bering Sea rule does too, and you can kind of see the trough still kind of trying to linger itself backward into tomorrow, which is why we can't rule out a little bit of patchy pop up rain activity getting into early next week. I kind of talked about, and I'll have to do a video explaining the upper levels, how they work a little better. But got the 588 line coming around the ridge here, 585 heading to our northeast, and in between this, and you can see it's kind of got divergence here, where storms can, you can get a little bit of lift coming out of that. And so sometimes storms will develop at the peak of this ridge and run down. And this is on Tuesday, and even though we should be dry, you just can't rule out a storm cluster deciding to fire up here and run and drop down into the area. So I just don't think we can be totally confident in completely dry next week, but it should be dry next week with just I will say if a storm cluster does pop up along between that 585 and 588 that line and drop in, it would probably be severe. It'd probably be an MCS or something like that, where it develops this line that's fast moving, blows through, does damage, and gets out. So we'll see how that sets itself up into early next week. Beyond that, you can see this ridge of high pressure out here. I think it's probably just a touch too far west. I think we're going to be a little bit farther east with that and a little bit hotter. But and that ridge just kind of sets itself up and parks here for a few days till we're getting into the latter part of the month. And really, even at the very tail end, the 591 is right here. So, we're going to be pretty toasty at the end of the month. There were some things in the Bering Sea that indicated that there still could be a little bit of activity going on toward the end of the month, and we'll see how that pans out. Take a quick look at the satellite here, and just taking a look, and got it on infrared because visible won't show up yet. But here's our disturbance. It's kind of slowly creeping its way through. Our storms are running right through the southern edge of this, so that all is working its way out. Behind it, we finally get into some dry time out here. It's just a matter of how quickly this decides to get through. Again, I think the rainfall is going to be out of here, early in the morning, probably pre-sunrise, and we will have some patchy clouds around tomorrow and maybe some patchy rain. So, and that's all I've got for right now. I just kind of wanted to give you a little bit of an update again. Marginal risk for severe storms today. Damaging winds be the main threats. Heavy rain secondary. And but again, I think the worst of that's going to be to our south. The more widespread of it will be to our south. But we just can't rule out another 1 to 2 inches of rain today and an isolated storm with some damaging wind. So with that said, this is Micah Mitchell with Madison County Weather Updates. I thank you all for following. I got to meet Amanda McAlarney yesterday and Travis Brown. Amanda's been a supporter of the page for quite a while, so it was awesome to get to meet them in my real job. I'm the city zoning administrator. So I got to meet them yesterday. It was pretty awesome. Thank you all for following. Please subscribe. These videos will start going to subscribers here in about 2.5 or 3 weeks. They'll start going to subscribers almost exclusively in their emails. So if you want to get your forecast via email, if you want to get some videos via email straight to you instead of having to catch it on the weather page or on the website, definitely subscribe. Help support this page, not only continuing but expanding. So for now, this is Micah Mitchell with Madison County Weather Updates. Thank you very much.